What's up, guys? Welcome to B Sports Picks. So we're on a 5-1 run as of yesterday. I gave away 2 free winners in the last 2 days. I noticed that when I put up the video yesterday, I was so exhausted, so tired. I just wanted to throw the video out. I didn't even know what day it was, to be honest. So I'm going to be taking care of myself a little bit more. I've been just kind of throwing out more and more information and putting out more and more stuff. And I just have to be careful because we do have a very powerful tool. And how I was able to do a 2 unit play yesterday. I have not done a 2 unit play in a very long time, but I was so confident and it hit. I'm going to show you what that is. I'm going to show you how I came up with it. And then I'm going to go through some batter props just as you can see how I process these batters. If you haven't done so, make sure you get the free picks. The link is in the description. So a quick recap of what happened yesterday. I threw this out there. I said take the Dodgers on the money line. It was more expensive, and it actually went to the ninth inning where they came back and they won the game. So it was a very close game. They ended up winning. Again, that's 2 days in a row where I gave away free picks and they won. We also took the Braves in the VIP, and then we did a 1 hit and 1 hit. So this was a 2-leg parlay for Luis Arias to get 1 hit and Yandy Diaz to get 1 hit, and that came through. This was my 2 unit day. I actually took the Braves at a +1.5, and I took the Dodgers at a +1.5. So again, I have not gone with a 2 unit play in a very long time, but because of what I'm going to show you, this is the reason I was so confident in this play. So I'm going to be throwing these out there in the VIP and maybe from time to time in the free picks as well. And then we did take a loss on the Pirates. So again, that was a 5-1 day because this 2 units counts as 2 units. So I'm not going to go into crazy details on this one, but I will show you why. So I'm not going to go into crazy details, but I will show you why this is so important. So the first thing we look at is actually the line move, and the minimum line move is 15 points. So they call it 15 cents in the books, and that's the first one. As you can see right here, this game right here yesterday aligned perfectly. You can see the Braves, there's 6 out of 6 alignment. The line moved 25 points towards the Braves. The win probability was 60% towards the Braves. And then the deep research actually said that it was a split game, but it was still in the Braves' favor. So the deep insights actually said it was both split. So the deep insights actually says both skip, but I did more research on that, and the Braves did look like it was a better team. So on the insights, you can see right here is 22% on Miami's side, meaning that they were not hitting at a 78% hit rate. So this is a very low score, and that's the reason it was checked off as yes on the Braves' favor. The next one was Miami was 12th batting OPS in the last 7 days, and Atlanta was number 1. So Atlanta has been extremely hot, and that's another check mark for Atlanta. Now, source 6 right here, it says to bat in the ninth. I mentioned this briefly yesterday. Basically, what this is that when the team is at home and they're not going to be batting in the ninth, what that means is that the books think that they're going to be winning the game before they even get to the ninth inning. If you know anything about baseball, you know that the home team, if they're up at the top of the ninth, the home team is up. Then whenever it comes down to the middle of the ninth, they don't even bat anymore because they already won the game. There's no need for them to bat. So this statistic right here, nobody talks about, but it's very powerful. So all of these aligned, and that's the reason I took the Braves. I'm not going to go into deep into this one, but I skipped the Yankees because there was some mismatch right here. There was other stuff I didn't like, but one of the big ones was the OPS. The Angels were like number 8, and New York Yankees were number 23. So the Yankees actually have only won 1 game, I believe, in this entire season. And we actually took them that day, but yet we did not take them yesterday, and they had lost like 7-1 or something like that. I'm not going to go into all of these, but the next one was the Dodgers. You can see the only thing that didn't line up right here was the 15-cent line move. But I still took it because of all these other reasons. 66% towards the Dodgers. It did say the deep analysis was looking on the under. The insights did say towards Los Angeles, 71%. The Mets was one of the worst batting OPS teams in the last 7 days. Los Angeles is number 3. And then it did say that Los Angeles was not going to be batting in the ninth. So all of those reasons is the reason I was able to parlay both of them, which was the Dodgers and the Braves, and it hit 2 units. Now, if you didn't understand any of this, this is going to be the signals over here. It gives you all the reasoning right here. It tells you how to read this page. This is going to become part of the sharp edge, and that's actually what I'm waiting for right now. It's actually working to get this for today's games, and that's the reason I don't have it set up right now, because it's not even posted yet. But once it does post, I'm going to give you guys the free play. So make sure you sign up if you haven't done so. Link is in the description. So for today's games, you do want to pay attention to this. This is already active live right now. And this, you can get this every single day. For example, the NBA right there, it does say to take a look at the Magic. It's a very slight line move, which I wouldn't touch, but it does say that it moved very little towards the Mavericks. I'm sorry, towards the Magic. If we go into the baseball, you can see that the Guardians did shift from underdogs to favorite. The Rays did go from a plus 100 to a minus 118, so that moved 18 cents of juice. The Tigers went from a 116 to a 130, so that's 14 cents of juice. And then the Angels and the Yankees went from an over-under of a 9 to a 10. So it is going on the over as far as the money goes. So right here it does tell you this is the line move tool inside the sharp edge. If you don't have the sharp edge, go to the link in the description. You got 2 weeks for free on this tool. But it does literally tells you should be looking at the Cardinals at a plus 1.5, the Rays on the money line, the Tigers on the money line, and then the over on the Yankees and the Angels. These are not final plays, but this is where the books are adjusting to. This is why it's called the line move tool. So again, guys, if you haven't done so, go to the link in the description, click on free picks. It's literally for free. And like I said, I've given away 2 free winners in the last 2 days. If you want to check out all the plays that we throw out there, go to the VIP section right here. Also check out the Discord. I'm throwing out more and more value in there every single day. The 2 weeks for free on the tool called the Sharp Edge. It's 2 weeks for free on that one. By the way, Discord is free for 7 days. Now, one other thing I'll talk about is the projections. You can see the Baltimore Orioles are favored to win. Cardinals have a projection to win. Boston and Twins is too close to call. Phillies is supposed to win. Tigers is supposed to win. Giants and Reds is too close to call. Yankees they're supposed to win by a lot right there. I don't trust them because, like I said, the OPS is bad on there. Atlanta, again, you should be taking a look at Atlanta. They're very strong right now. The Rays and the White Sox are pretty even right there. The Brewers and the Blue Jays, it does say the Brewers are supposed to win. Astros supposed to win. Padres are supposed to win, and then the Dodgers are supposed to win. So I'm going to be taking another look at parlaying again, the Dodgers and the Braves, but don't quote me on that just yet. Now, there's a few players I want to walk through very quickly just so you guys can see how I'm thinking about this. These are not final plays, so don't take these quite yet. If you want the final plays, again, go to the VIP section. Otherwise, check out the free picks. I'm going to be throwing out at least 1 pick today. But here's the players I'm going to be looking at just so you can see. For example, right here, Otto Lopez, he's got 9 out of 10 games. There's a lot of other stuff that goes into this, but this is one of the criterias that I look at. So 9 out of the last 10 games, he's gotten at least 1 hit. Matt Olson from the Braves, Yandy Diaz from the Rays, Trey Turner from the Phillies, Carlos Correa from the Astros, Jordan Walker from the Cardinals, Luis Arraez from the Giants, Vladimir Guerrero from the Blue Jays, and Ernie Clement from the Blue Jays. Another key indication that what I do, I looked at through all this data for every one of these guys, but I also take a screenshot of this. Then I use AI after that to tell me if this hit streak, wherever this guy throws, does this guy end up hitting? This is very, very important. Sometimes I cross out players, everything else matches. But then when I look at the heat map where this guy throws compared to where this guy hits, sometimes it says no, because wherever this pitcher throws, the other batter doesn't end up hitting. So that I've been skipping a lot of these players because of this reason, but I definitely do my research. If you haven't done so, make sure to subscribe. All right, guys, we're about to hit 5,000 subscribers. Please make sure to take a second, go into the description area, click on subscribe. Also hit like, comment, let me know what you think about this. The conversion plays have been extremely good for us, and they will continue to be good for us. So check out the VIP sections as well. Thank you so much. Let's have a great day.